Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and I was not going to do a video on this project because I wasn't very happy with the outcome, but I went ahead and sent it to the person, and he said it came out pretty good, and it actually looks better than I thought it would. And there's a few things I would have changed now that I didn't think he was actually going to use it. I didn't think it was going to be worth it. And I didn't really want to make a video because I didn't really think it'd help that too many people out with it. So just a little quick, hopefully a little quick video. I found these on the internet and traced them and put them in there, and I text a path and just retype the text. But the inner parts I did manipulate. So real quickly, I'm going to go through this. Our item is about less than 5 inches. I'm going to set my nudge factor set on 5 inches. This is the original item he sent me, and it's pretty sharp looking. But he asked how I did it, and it's too hard to kind of explain over text or words or emails. So I just go to bitmap and resample. It's already 150, but I'm going to make it 300. And then I just went to trace bitmap, outline trace, Clipart, and it did a pretty good job. Hopefully it'll do the same now. And I'm just going to hit OK. And because I'm not having to worry about, and then you want to keep your original so you can kind of see what it looks like, I'm not worried about, since it worked, I thought I'd go and do the video and see this didn't work. That didn't trace, so you can find that off the internet. But then just ungroup the items, and you got your nudge factor set on 5 inches. Just click on that blue and move it over. Then take all the other parts of the aircraft that you think might be usable, and it is really broken up. And it would help if you zoomed in here, because you don't need to see where it's going. And I'm not going to do the entire plane, but I am going to just kind of explain for him to see what I did. And maybe that blue part. And that's good enough right now. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to change it to a color of shade of gray. Then while it's all selected, I'm going to, I can't ever remember because I don't ever use combine that much. Then I'm going to combine it together, and it got rid of some of those. Let me back up here so that you can kind of see here. See these lines from the different pieces? Let's zoom in here really close. I don't know that that would even show up. But if you go to object and combine, it got rid of those lines. So now you got part of the plane that's a color, and it's combined together so you could get it out of the way if you needed to for a second. Then I just took the yellow and I did the same thing. I just took all the yellows. I got something I don't really probably need. But then you can move this out of the way, make it a little bit different color. Maybe I have to look back to see what I did. Say I made the yellow a black, and I'm going to combine it. You could actually just group it together. So there's your start of your plane. Then you did, whoop, didn't mean to do that. So anyway, I did everything, and then I moved the mouth over, I moved the head over. Let's do the head, because it's probably the most important part. I took the face as much as I could. I'm going to have to zoom in here. I'm just going to grab all the parts of the face. Just make sure you're left clicking, and it's moving it over. And I'm going to not take that, but I'm going to take the scarf, all the parts of the scarf. That's probably part of the plane. So then you got the head. I must have hit that over twice. And then you got to realize, well, there's something missing. Part of the scarf is missing. My new laptop or Corel doesn't let me. You have to double click when you're picking a tool. By the way, then you got the scarf, and since you've got this group together, you can get rid of the black stuff and turn it to a different shade of gray. Because when you got to remember, when you're lasering, you know, things won't actually, and you can make, I don't know what I did if I made that, yeah, I made part of it black. Take his hat and make it black. You just play around and then actually take on the goggles. I just deleted some items, kind of giving a, like it's, you know, you can see through it. And I probably made some other areas black, but then I would just take this and combine it. Whoop, you can't combine it. You've got to group this, because combining will, and then move all your other pieces up. Now you can do the same thing with the tail, the mouth, the star and the circle. And surprisingly, it came out pretty good. I mean, you can actually see the star and the circle. But I would do the same thing for the star and the circle. I'm not going to do the whole thing. And then I just took the, sorry about that, I took the part of the map after I drew my circle and just started moving maps over. And I did make that black, map over, black. I did not take the water. I just took the earth part of the map. I'm just moving over and I'm left clicking and then turning it black. But you can see after you put in the star and the tail, and then you would just draw you some circles. And using this as the same reference, because it's going to be the same size, draw that circle. And then once you've got a circle drawn, you can draw from this edge. And it's a lot easier to put it in the center of the page, but since this might not be so symmetrical, you can hold down the shift button and it'll grow the circle out from the center. And then you just move that circle over and you can see we're pretty close. Maybe make the circle more than 500 points. I hope I'm not going too fast, but I didn't really think anybody would gain anything from this. And then you actually would want this, I'm going to change my nudge distance to 0.001. I'm going to click on the black part and I'm just going to nudge it over where it's on that edge. Same thing here. And whenever you can't grab something, you've got to come in from the side. But this would look so much better if it was on that line. And the same thing here. Let me zoom in here a little bit. I'm already taking more of your time than I was wanting to take on this project. And it might help some people. But now we got that, and then just do another circle for the outside. And I draw everything in a hairline. And this is actually, when somebody sends you a file, it actually sends you in, you know, their parameters. And so he's drawing in 1/2 of an inch. And I don't know why that won't, oh, I changed my nudge distance. Remember, then you have to change your nudge position back to 5 inches when you grab that circle. And then just text the path, go on the internet and find that Clipart. It traced pretty good. And one thing I said I would do differently, because I didn't really know he was going to use it, I would have taken away this line between the, I left it white, but I would have taken away the line. Anyway, I surely hoped it helped them a little bit, and thank you for watching.